It's Adult and Boo Podcast. We back with another episode this week. And we have Sharanda.
And you already know it's your girl, Nisha.
Woo-woo. Okay, so this week we're going to get into the topic and or question of the day.
The needs of assistance. But as always, before we get into the topic, we like to start it off with a game. So today's game is going to be movie charades or movie acting. So Tanisha and I have two movies apiece. We're going to act them out or say the lines. And Sharanda has to guess the name of the movie and the person in the movie that said that line. And Tanisha, do you want to start or do you want me to start it?
Let's just start.
Alright. So this is a classic. This is my favorite one. I'm probably going to already give it away. I'm in my acting mode. What's the fucking procedure when you got a gun to your head?
Frankie, y'all set it off.
Frankie, y'all
What's the procedure when you got a gun to your head, huh? What's the fucking procedure when you got a gun at your head?
You're not black.
You're not color. You're not color.
Hey.
Okay. You ready? I'm gonna see if you know this or not. You should know, but we're gonna see. If you could, then I wouldn't be here, would I? No one talks in my meeting. No one.
Oh, repeat that one. I want to think about that one.
If you could, then I wouldn't be here, would I? Nobody talks in my meetings. No one.
I don't know that, y'all, so I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet. That's a good one. It sounds familiar, though. And I know a woman said it.
And I bet you when Tanisha said, I'll be like, duh.
Y'all want me to tell y'all?
Yeah.
Joe Clark said that on Lean on Me.
If you could, then I wouldn't be here, would I? No one talks in my meetings. No one!
Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Okay, y'all ready? If I say, hey, no more like doors! No more like doors! I don't want those doors! Don't lock those doors!
Oh my God.
Next Friday, and what was the dude name?
What's his name?
It was Baby Joe.
No, that wasn't Baby Joe. Was it Hector?
It was the one who always heard the song.
Baby Joe is the youngest.
No,
that was the big one.
So it's the
Beste, why here? I don't want no grilled cheese. No, Leroy, I'm bilingual. There's a difference. No more locked doors. Gracias.
She got that one.
If we wrong, correct us.
Yes, please, y'all, because it could be Baby Joe, it could be that. No, we really don't know, but I think it is.
I think it's Hector.
Okay, so this is the last one. Take the weed and leave the money. Take the what and leave the what?
What movie that is?
Shadows. Oh my God. Shadows.
What y'all say? Take the weed and leave the money now. Take the wall and left the wall.
I ain't watching Shadows enough to memorize the line. I don't watch it, but I watch enough.
Is that all black people?
Yeah. And the
Who main character?
Yeah, the Haitian is like the whole growing up movie of
Y'all seen that movie to me, because I have never
It's
heard
not,
of
it's
it.
not
Mad
Mad
Max.
Max.
It's like
That's why I know Mad Max.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Okay, y'all.
I ain't watching enough to memorize the line.
Okay,
No, I was trying to
find some movies.
Okay, Tanisha with the complicated movies.
And we give you the easy ones. Everybody knows.
Oh, no, yeah. I had one more in mind. She might get this one.
Oh, Holiday Park.
Yeah! Y'all remember when she was in the crack house? And she's like, you know I'm good for it. I can't believe Wanda was gonna sell Nikki out though for that bag, y'all. She was gonna sell Nikki out for that bag. You know, Wanda, what's her real name in life? She a good actress.
She's a great actor, but I don't know her.
Y'all know that lady that played Wanda Holiday Heart. We love you, Mookie, but you went right for that.
You about to give them away.
You about to give them away. Alright, so moving into the question of the day, what is the needs for assistance? So when we say what is the needs for assistance, we're talking about government assistance, basically. So some things that before we got here today was some things we mentioned was SNAP, housing, child care vouchers, Medicaid, SSI, and TANF. So to start it off, Sharanda, well, first of all, we're actually being rude. Let Sharanda introduce herself to us, tell us who she is, you know, what she does, what's her career in life, and some of the things that she do, maybe just a little bit, maybe a little two things that she like, and then we could jump into the questions of what type of assistance does she get.
Okay, I'm Sharanda, and my current occupation, I'm a DSP/registered behavior technician, and I also do home health aid services. What else you told me to say?
Now, what is a DSP
Yeah, that's something that, hey, you said a lot of words.
DSP is a direct support professional. It's basically, it's pretty much caregiving, but you pretty much take them on their appointments, take them to the grocery store, just stuff like that. Some people got jobs, you transport them to the jobs. And the registered behavior technician is pretty much where it's different levels to it. You got some people who are independent, so you pretty much just at their house making sure they doing everything they need to be done. Then you got some people that's in the company house to where you're teaching them life skills or working on their behavior so they can go out into the world on their own.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you typically work with adults or kids or all ages or?
The company is all ages, but the particular house that I work in, the youngest we have is 17 and the oldest we have is 25.
Okay, that's a young,
That's a
like,
young
so is everybody in that house,
Yeah.
the age?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Do you enjoy doing that? How long have you been doing that?
Well, this particular occupation I've been doing it for 3 months, but the healthcare period I've been doing it since I was 22.
Okay. So that's been about 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, what made you get into that?
Sure, my mom and my grandma really, but it's a good occupation to be in. You can't go wrong with the medical field, so.
Okay. And when you say your mom and your grandma, because you had to take care, or?
No, not
What did they
really. My mama and my grandma both worked in it, but at some point we did take care of my grandma and my granddaddy, so yeah.
Okay.
And then our mom is a CNA, so she been doing that pretty much since her life.
But she got a degree in, what it is, health management?
She got a degree in health management, and then she just got her bachelor's in science or science, biology, something else like that. But she always tried to like convince all of us to do that, but I wasn't with it. But Sharanda went after it, and,
Okay, Sharanda.
you know, and she doing very good. So yes.
She's doing very good.
When something happens, I call her. Hey, you know what I need to do right here? My health, my foot, something. I call my sister or my mama for real. So yes.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
So getting into the question of the day, the needs for assistance. What type of assistance do you currently receive from the government?
So right now I'm only receiving Medicaid.
Medicaid.
Yeah.
So you have kids.
Yeah, I got 2 children. They get Medicaid too. We're trying to get our EBT back, but they ain't happening. They're not happening.
Okay. Previously, before that, you said you used to have EBT. So what happened? How was that process when you had EBT? Like, when did you have it? Why did they cut it off and whatever?
Okay, so when I had the SNAP, when I had it, I was in between jobs. I was doing 10 hours with my home health aid, so that's how I got it so fast. But now that I'm working, they make the rules are also different too. They doing the income's different, so it's a process for me to get it because I got 2 jobs and they doing it based off income, how much I'm making, how many hours I'm working. So, and then it's also a step to where you still got your old jobs popping up in the system too, so they're gonna give you a hard time with that. You gotta go get proof that you're not working there anymore.
Yes.
So,
I remember when I never really got EBT except for when I worked as a teacher aide through this program City Year, and we was able to get it, and then I couldn't get it no more. And now recently I have it, but it's about to get cut off, and that was because I was working in child care, and I left child care, and I was able to get it for 3 months. They told me I was only able to get it for 3 months, but with Helen and everything coming in, you know, they looked out for a sister girl. They extended it, and they gave me some more money, but I'm gonna be sad, you know, and I hate to say this, you know, on YouTube, but it's kind of crazy that we got to lie and say like we homeless, or like for me, because I have no kids, and it don't even matter if you really making $10 an hour, they'll still act like that income. Yeah,
Depending qualifies you
for a lot of
stuff.
Yeah. So, and that would bring like another question. Do you think it's easier for people to receive assistance who have kids versus people who don't have kids? Because both of y'all have kids, so y'all know, and I don't have any. So.
well, it depends on still what your household income is. Like, it's people out here with kids that's not getting no assistance and they struggling.
But it's like, it's the different levels of the assistance. So if you're talking about SNAP, a dependent helps you because they take up a bulk of your income.
Right.
If you're talking about housing, HUD housing, or based on income things, that is not dependent upon the child.
Yeah, because you person with no kids
you can even actually based on what you show you.
I applied for housing when I went to Benedict, and I was on the housing list, and then it'll be 3 years I've been staying in my apartment. 3 years ago, I finally got approved for it. The day I signed my lease for a new apartment, they approved me for housing. And it just so happened where I live at, they don't take housing. And I would have had to try to terminate my lease, in which I would try to figure it out. But when I signed up for it at Benedict, it was just me by myself. But now I'm in a relationship, so I would have had to basically hide my spouse, and that's the doing the most part, like, you know, because they're like, oh, well, you only qualify for a 1 bedroom because it's just you, and then it can only be the person whose name that was on it. So I would have to not put Q there, and then they do all these inspections, and I got to hide her, and do all this other extra stuff. So I was just like, forget it. But I thought it was just so crazy, like. That took almost 5 years. I did 5 years in college. Yeah, just for me to get up there on that list, it take that long. And I mean, even now, if I get back on it'll be a long time before I get
They tell you it could be up to 24 months, before you can get a list. And they open up a lot. Like under the housing, they open up a lot of lists maybe throughout the year. You may get about 3. You may come lucky because now we're getting new developments. So you may see them a little bit more, and you actually have to be on it. And then there are lottery picks. So it's out of 6,000, maybe 500 get chosen. And you don't know if you fall under that umbrella again. So it ain't like you can't apply for a different list under housing. That's because we got so many. You can't apply for a multiple list because you may not get selected. And when you come up, they'll take you off if you do get under something. You'll be removed off of the list.
And let's not talk about even when you get approved, you still gotta wait till the apartment is ready. If it ain't ready, it's just a whole process.
Oh my God.
And then you don't know, let's get back to that, because you don't know when they're gonna call you.
Exactly.
Like me, you don't know when you're gonna get called, so it's like making sure you're prepared, for the way life works. You really can't, I can't say you can stay prepared to move. No, you can stay prepared for a lot of other things, bill-wise, food-wise, you maintain it, but you can't stay prepared to relocate. It can be quite expensive, and then just the whole gist of
And when y'all on housing, I never did. So since I got approved, do you still got to have like a deposit when you move?
You still gotta have a deposit. If you're not working.
They were prorated, but that all once you get to the process of verifying income, and you know what your amount is, then the deposit under housing, honestly, everyone else is $500 regardless.
Right.
So you automatically are expected to pay that, but then you don't know how much your rent is gonna be because. If you're doing based on income, it's what you're proving that you make.
Because
so if you prove that you make that,
minimum, but with based on income, your deposit could be $50. Because that's how it was when I had moved into apartment in Terrence. I was working at City Trends, but I wasn't making that much, so all I had to pay was $50.
Right.
To move in.
And then when you started working, what was the amount
that
I raised it to?
When I was working at City Trends, when I was working at City Trends, I was only paying $95. But then when I started working from home, it had went up to $600.
And that probably was almost the max of the rent at that time.
The max of the rent.
And I remember when I applied to apartment
that is even the max.
Because apartment insurance was high. So I think they flat out
I applied. The only reason I got approved, I had to add my grandmother just to get approved. Because my sister had my grandmother, and they was basically just giving me the runaround with that. So I just think that's crazy how they do that. So something else that we had brought up that was a type of assistance was a child care voucher. So how was that? I know both y'all kids. So Tanisha, did you ever get a child care voucher, or should you ever get one?
Well, the child care SSI fall under tax.
Oh, so all that in one. Okay.
I didn't receive either one. Honestly,
support just to receive that ABC
So
voucher.
I don't receive none of that.
Yeah.
Like if it comes down to that kind of stuff, I didn't apply or anything like that because
So pretty much the only thing you ever got was WIC and EBT.
With EBT and then now under like HUD housing.
Okay.
Or income based or whatever.
And see, with me, when I received Hannah, because it stopped when we had 5, I had it for Nala, and I was getting it for Rashad, but it exceeded for like 2 years or something, then you gotta reapply for it later. But as far as with the child support thing, I just made some of it. I ain't put nobody on child support. I should've, but I didn't. You gotta do what the system do to us. You gotta play with it. So I just made some up because,
Yeah, and that's crazy. I know somebody who was married, and that's the only way they make an excuse. Like, you could be married and get that, but when you married, it's based on y'all's income together. So that's they let her get the child care voucher, even though she was married, but it had based off on their income because she was like they needed the help or whatever. Not so I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that the government do that regardless. I don't think that you should have to put somebody on child support. Sometimes people just don't make enough money to pay daycare. I work at a child. I don't work in child care no more. Let me stop lying. I worked in a child care center, and the very last one I remember I worked at, they had monthly tuitions, and for the infant room alone, it was $1,200. So
Things like that are
and and that's monthly, so that probably helped them. But think about weekly, you pay almost $300 a week.
But
And
you know
everybody
what's
don't have
crazy?
that.
People actually need the help, So
Mm-hmm.
imagine you got a parent that just don't put their kids down on child support, but they're working. You still can't handle everything by yourself because you don't want to go that route.
Right.
That's like at that point it feels like the government wants to make it personal.
Right.
Rather than keeping it business.
and that's you say that.
Because you get in between people who don't even have a problem
With each other.
And now you're about to have
And the thing about that is,
unless they agree.
and I feel like even if you're not married, they can say, we're not gonna give y'all all the child care voucher because both of y'all working. You're not putting them on child support because if you're not putting them on child support, that means they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's something they can look at both y'all income like, well, y'all should be able to pay $80 a piece.
Yeah.
And we'll help y'all get the rest. But just to say flat out, no, put him on child. Now this man got to worry about going to jail.
Now he got to beat me up.
Yeah.
And even with the child support thing, this is the thing about it. They tell us to put them on child support. If we get government assistance, mothers do not get that money. That goes to the government because they are paying for the assistance that we're receiving. So y'all be cussing y'all baby mamas out, oh, you pay this and that. They're not giving that money. The government is giving the money because we're receiving assistance.
Right. It's not like this person is going in their pocket. You
Yeah.
get the child care voucher, it goes
It's
straight
like
to the
So
daycare.
they can pay
You
for
get
it.
SNAP EBT, it goes straight to that EBT card.
Yeah,
It's
not
not
money just
nothing.
revolving.
Yeah,
like
the only thing and then when you think about it, the only thing that you get when you get that child support check is really nothing.
Exactly.
Depending on the income, like unless you got a billionaire.
I was setting up if you
And then the daddy only gonna pay that.
Right.
You're not getting nothing
So
else.
you better not put them on child support. They ain't gonna do
Not
nothing.
And that's not the case for everybody because I've heard of, different situations of, agreeing to it so that we can have, a lower ticket as far as child care between parents.
Right.
But why would we have to go that far?
To even-
you know what I'm saying? To even be effective parents for our kids. It's just hard to take care of yourself, let alone take care of two people.
Yes.
So it's like, my thing is, you see people out here trying. I don't want help when you're not doing nothing. You ain't gonna help nobody if they ain't helping themselves. So it's like, you see people, you got to work, you got to keep it for a certain amount of time in order for you to receive assistance. I feel like it's assisting where you're lacking.
And I think it's
But
also-
lacking out of trying and just falling short. Not doing anything
at all.
And
That's
now
what I was
need
about to say. I
everything.
think it's messed up for the moms who are not working. They just sitting on their behinds, and they the ones getting $1,000 in EBT. But you got the mamas that's slaving out here for their kids, and we only getting $200 in food stamps.
Yeah.
But these ones that don't work, sitting on their butt, got their kids walking around dirty, get $1,000 in EBT.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that kind of affects parents with maybe 1 to 2 kids, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But once you get a lot, you automatically gonna get that. Once you have a higher number of kids, you know,
But I think they need to make them work.
Sure, that's not even
Y'all
I think my mama got 3 kids and
she wasn't getting nothing.
No, I'm saying once you get like 5.
yeah, maybe when she had all 6 of us in one household.
Yeah, you can only work but so much
Yeah.
from 5 to 6.
Yeah.
So you automatically gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of that number of dependents up under one household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I still think they need to bring them programs back, make them get up and look for a job because it's at the end of the day, it's still not fair.
Oh,
It's
when
not-
I applied
it's
to
not
SNAP
fair.
the first time, well, that's what we was gonna ask you, know, like the requirements for some of them, if you remember some of the requirements, but SNAP, when I first applied,
That's what they was doing.
and they was doing that when you wasn't working
Yeah,
at the
they was.
WOC program.
That's what
You
it's called.
Oh,
actually
yeah.
had to do it,
Yeah.
or they would tell you that they were gonna cut you. You
Sure.
actually had to go and look for jobs. Like you had a caseworker that was on their job, they made you do it.
They
Because
don't
I was
make you
down
do
there at that
The
SC, SC do or whatever it's
They
called.
have me down there too.
So what y'all be doing down there?
Going
Girl, they
for
gonna
jobs.
feed you
They
and
on their computer.
You can do it on that computer, but if you doing it at home, they want to see where you applied it for. Well, at the time when I was doing it, I was working, but I didn't have no license. That lady was on me to make sure I had got my license. They don't play. That lady, well, my caseworker was not
My
playing.
caseworker didn't play.
I'm sorry.
My caseworker didn't play as well. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, you ain't working, but you asking for something, and then it was like, okay, you had to do the program.
You
Again,
had to do it.
you know, now it's
They
now it's like a
probably
minimum
still
amount of
doing it,
hours
yeah, but
that
they're not
you have to
putting
work,
pressure
but
on
it's
it.
not.
Yeah, when I recently applied, they said like to go through the portal and just show them like you actively
doing it,
looking for a job and stuff like that. And so I think like if you do it, it'll help you extend your time with it. But I definitely agree. Like it's not fair for people that get even welfare. Like you know, I hate to talk about. Never really like you got the calling welfare where you're not paying really nothing. Welfare is almost kind of like housing in a way.
Yeah,
But-
it's not welfare no more. It's EBT, SNAP, and all that. That is welfare.
That's basically what
Okay,
it
so I'm not,
is.
I thought it was like everything.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
much like
that's-
everything.
Okay.
But you got a lot of people sitting in the colonies and they got all these people running through their house all day. They got the kids out the door all day. They, getting high, getting drunk all day. They don't care about getting a job. Why? Because they rent free. They don't go to work. They don't got to pay nothing, which I think that says a lot about the person because I'm the type of person where I would love to have some free rent, but I like to go out. I like to look good. I like my hair done. I like my nails done. I like to go out and have
I'm
drinks.
telling
I
you,
want to buy
anytime I was
clothes.
on based on income, baby, I still had a job. Matter of fact, I had 2 jobs.
Or if they ain't gonna do nothing, I don't think they deserve to have taxes. Why
Yeah,
are you getting taxes when you sitting on your ass all year?
Yeah.
Or you don't find somebody to sell your damn kids to so you can get a profit. And it's people like me who I need that help, y'all. I need it.
It's very hard to get help, and I don't even I praise the Lord for not having to pay out of pocket. For food. The food costs. That
Yes,
alone
God.
is a lot. So like I wasn't greedy. I was good. I handled the rest of everything else.
Right.
If you can take one thing off of my load, being real, you can take that off my load. I can do what I got to do to handle the rest, to take care of me and my kid. Ain't nobody tell me to have them. Ain't nobody tell me to want the kind of life that I want. But if it's a way where I can get assistance in just everyday eating, if you want to eat right, you're going to be broke.
Yeah,
You can easily go and pick up a $3 burger or even a $5 bag and picking up a bag of Belfry.
But baby, them vegetables, they gonna add up at the register. The fruits, they're gonna add up at that register.
I don't even knock people for being able to get the assistance because I get it myself, but soon as it's like monitoring yourself in a way because you just honestly gotta be talented out here.
Yeah.
You can't. You gotta be able to do something else other than like a clock in job to be able to maintain.
Yeah.
Because if you keep getting clock in, you're not going to get assistance.
Correct.
So you gotta obtain one clock in just to prove you make income, but monitor it. And then make sure you know how to do something. Cook, clean, you know what I'm saying? Working with somebody, do what you got to do to make your ends meet is what I'm saying. But don't run out.
Yeah. I think that is necessary for the government to, look into that. Not like Donald Trump. Donald Trump just, he don't care. It's different, and I hate that some people are so small-minded. But he gave us a stimulus check, okay? He over here selling the U.S. to people too, and we gonna be under attack. But y'all learn about a stimulus check that came through the mail, and that's just to get y'all to get his vote, for y'all to make him to have us thinking like he has our best interest, and really he don't. And then if them stimulus checks are just money to give out, then the government went and did all this high raising in groceries, gas. When the world they needed that money back real bad. He had no business giving that money out. So they had to double up on the prices and increase everything to get that money back in the government. And if it wasn't that serious, even when they gave people money that was out of jobs during COVID, now y'all charging everybody, penalizing everybody for that money back, because that's the money that y'all never had to give out in the first place. So that's really crazy, but people
that's not talking about doing PPP loans. Y'all had them scammed up doing 2 and 3 and shit. Now we paying that shit back.
People paying PPP loans back?
No, I'm saying we paying it back through.
We got to pay.
Yeah,
that is crazy. That is, and whoever denied my PP loan up there is really bummed you, because I knew that. Everybody got a PP loan except for me. I'm hurt.
Girl, it's the people that had.
God be like, I wish you would, because I'm scared. One thing
I wasn't scared. I was willing to take
one thing I play with is the government. That's why I'm glad I get snapped. I don't play with them. Don't look for my number, my social, my address. Don't even worry about. I'm doing what I gotta do right here, and I'm doing it right.
Girl, these people was out here getting 2 and 3 of them things. They want to
For real.
I was praying to be in the number.
I go and apply for the unemployment stuff, for that check, and I'll never forget it. I was working at Amazon, tired of working at Amazon, and I checked my account one day. I seen them 7 racks. I called my best friend. I said, "Hey, I quit. You coming or you staying? Because we could go get a meal right now. I'm ready to go." But here I am, like years later, I had to pay all that back. And really, I'm still trying to, and I had to appeal it, because I was like, I could see me having to pay some of it back, but not all of it, because I was like, I really didn't have a job for a long time, so what did y'all give me? But they had was garnishing my wages. I had to appeal it, because when I tell you they was taking so much out my check, I was picking what bill I was about to pay.
Yeah,
that's how much.
That's why we end up picking and making sure whenever we do get assistance that you right by it.
Yeah.
And then you do gotta be upfront, honest, because we used to be able to get away with a lot of things.
But
now they're way more stricter. Yeah. And then I don't like to do the whole looking over my shoulder thing. So just know what you need to know. Right. And where you can help me and where I am eligible to get help, I don't mind opening up my mouth and asking for it. Okay. So it's I don't like to dibble and dabble with the government, but where help is needed, for real. I never knew it was so many other resources out here, until you put in situations where you need to look and who do this and who do that. So it's I've been learning a lot about just different.
Just call that number 411. They're gonna tell you all you need to know. They're gonna give you all the resources. I'm telling you.
411?
You dial 411, they're gonna give you water, they're gonna give you the churches.
411 that you call on your phone.
You call 411 on your phone, they're gonna give you the resources of who can help you with your life, your rent.
And with Watery, do they only help you if you got a disconnection fee, or you just have to be waiting?
No, if you need help, and if you need help and they can help, because with Watery, it's hard to get help from Watery. That got to be a miracle sent from God to get help from Watery. Because I've tried so many times and Watery ain't helped me now.
A lot of people I know have got help from Watery, but I think somebody told me you have to actually have, they'll help you, but you'll be on that wait list. But if you have that disconnect notice,
they gonna help you.
They'll go ahead and help you.
Oh, maybe that's why.
I never knew
disconnected.
So
Watery got
because when I moved out, my first time moving out, then I You know, rent was paid, we paid lights as we got older, but you know, just never needed it in a way will make you unaware by default because right, you be like, well, thank you. Thank you, my mama.
And I don't think nobody got to pay our rent, right?
Yeah, they can
That's not true. If y'all go to cooperative ministry, I was on there because of where I work at.
Now I like them because they can get food from them.
No, they do the whole shebang. Cooperative ministry over there by JD by Rock. They do the whole shebang. I was on their website because one of the girls at my house need clothes. They would give you clothes. They help with rent. They help with life. Y'all. Cooperative ministry do.
Now, cooperative ministry is really good. I didn't even know they help with the rent now. I might need to go talk to them. Like, what y'all gonna do for me?
They also do that. You know how they got to adopt a child, they do that. NDSS, y'all gotta go early. The lady name is Miss Baker. They help with the Christmas stuff too. They do the adopted families. Y'all better go get that.
Oh yeah, and I know every year my mama did always sign up, not really for us, but for the young kids. You can roll them in. They gave bikes. They give really good Christmas
gifts. My mama used to
during that time
at night. Y'all, that's something I give it to you. This is why we didn't know about needing our Christmas. Because my mama did it. My mama worked. Like we never had a problem with lights, roof over our head. They never got disconnected not one time.
Wow.
Like so, she did what she was supposed to do as a parent. What she had to go through. You learn as you get older from making sure 5 was straight. She did it for a 5. I remember my mom and my auntie signing up for like toys for tots and whatnot. They went out there at night, multiple years, and stayed out there to the top of that morning to make sure we got what we needed for Christmas.
Really?
Like the things that I say my mama would tell us as adults, and now she'll tell you toy time this and what she had to go through. I see why she would never do it again. She had to do it a lot of times for us, but she did it.
Yeah.
Like she did it, and I'm like sleeping outside.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's when we were babies.
I don't know if my mama slept out the door, but I know she did. She always made sure it was something on our Christmas tree. I don't know. I don't think my mama actually really needed. She probably was getting EBT and stuff because it's 6 of us in total. But it was always just 3 of us for a real long time. And it probably was easier for her with 3 kids, you know. But she made it happen. Like you wake up, you have 2 or 3 gifts under the tree, but you wake up, baby, the gifts touching the walls, and we all shit. You know how like you finna move, like we would have big boxes and everybody had their name on it. Everybody had their name on their box with their gifts, and there was always little old me trying to punch holes in them and try to go re-wrap back up. But that's the stuff that you really do grow up to appreciate when you get older. And like I think now, cause I be like, oh my God, I got to work all these hours like to have a good Christmas, cause I'm used to having a good Christmas. So I like to give good stuff too.
We don't just Christmas shop for the house, for the whole family.
We do the whole family. We always did stuff. You know, every year we do our family thing where we have a game, the Christmas Eve thing we play our games, and then we do the Christmas change in between each other. Like we always do all that. So yeah, but when you sit there and really think about the stuff that they really do go through to get that stuff, to make that stuff happen, that's a lot.
You have not one idea.
Yeah. And I don't think that I really started realizing how hard it is to get assistance until like I got in college. I was always on Medicaid. So my doctor, all my family got the same doctor. His name is Dr. Willard, and unfortunately, I was lucky that he saw me until I was 23. He was supposed to be coming out, but that's a pediatrics doctor, and pediatrics for a child. But he was the first man. 18, really? 18. Yeah. Or that's sometimes that's the CC21. 21, and he's the first doctor that ever went in between my legs. You know, did all that. So I had to got comfortable with him. So I was like, can you please keep seeing me? So it probably took until like my sophomore year. He was like, I can't keep seeing you no more. And it was just hard. Like Benedict had helped me apply for. It was some type of free health insurance, but I was able to go to the doctor for like if I wanted to get STD check-ins. It helped me my medicine be a little bit cheaper.
That's supposed to be basic healthcare, period. Like, you know, that's what I got. Like the kids, they can get the full benefits. Well, I can only go to the doctor for stuff like that. STD checking, my yearly checkup.
That's it. Like everything else, I got out of pocket.
Well, why? What do you got?
I got
What you mean you gotta pay for it?
Like if it's anything outside of necessary, anything outside of like necessary stuff, I would have to pay for it.
Yeah. So you mean like your annual, your dental, your vision, is all that's covered?
Yeah, all that's covered.
But when it comes down to you specialist, yeah. You do gotta pay for that. But yeah, I still have Medicaid.
And I wanted to ask, when I get pregnant, do they automatically give you Medicaid?
Yeah,
You automatically under a family
Okay.
plan. But then I just found out, because I'm like, okay, I still get Medicaid. I said, well, do you not get when you don't have a kid? I didn't know that you don't like get it as an adult if you don't have a kid.
My mom told me that when I was going to she was like, you better figure out something.
I did not. I just started maybe like last month. I think my pay got cut off, and then I reapplied and it started back up September the 1st. But throughout that process, I was figuring out either why it did get cut off because I missed like
And you can get lucky to where you was because after I had Rashad, I was still getting y'all. I was still
I've been getting all my life.
Until
I've been
this
getting all
year.
my life.
Until this year, I was still getting it, and then they cut me off this year to where I was getting the basic stuff. So,
but now they're Rashad.
They had to apply for them, and everything is back to normal. But like, because I've always had it all my life, and I probably couldn't even pregnant, I automatically get it. After the baby born, it was, I guess, I probably wasn't working, so you still got it. Even when I started working different jobs, I was still getting it. So I'm just like, oh, now, so I redid it, and I got approved again. But I'm like, it hurt my heart. I'm not ready to I went to go get my birth control. I went to pick up my birth control for the Monday. That's how I found out. That woman read me the amount that I had to pay.
And do they really pay like a lot of y'all bills and stuff?
Yeah,
so
because she read it was like $200 and something.
So they pay your good insurance because y'all.
Yeah, they pay for your
everything.
They pay your medicine, my business, $0 copay.
And I feel like you still need to. I just went to the hospital yesterday. I was having chest pains and a headache, and I've never had nobody ask me this in the hospital, y'all. When they took my information, she was like, your copay is gonna be $350, but you like to put something. I said, excuse me? I said, I've never been asked that shit before, excuse my language.
Because usually you can pay it later, and usually they get
She was dead serious. I said, babe, my check don't even come to tomorrow. And even when it comes to tomorrow, the last thing I'm worried about is
hospital bill get back to it like that.
But and I had to ask, I was like, you sure? Because I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. She was like, I said, I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I'm an employee there. So now I need to call Blue Cross Blue Shield and get on that ass and figure out what are y'all paying for.
But who did you go to?
I went to the ER, so that was
So that's the thing. Okay, so like even mine, I hate the fact that I have to go to the emergency room, basically. With Molina. Now, with Molina, they bill them. But if I wanted to go to urgent care where it's faster, like where I could take Braylon can go be seen for healthy connections and urgent care. They take Molina, but not Molina Marketplace. So it's all different umbrellas.
Okay.
I'm like, I gotta go see. For a long time, you about to see my baby the same day, we were both going in for COVID tests. Braylon was seen. I had to go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
And it was still covered, but it's like, dang.
You got to different places. And that's what the lady said. She was like, you probably would have went to the doctor's office. You would have went to urgent care, you probably would have paid your copay. $25. But I was like, I said, well, just bill it, boo. The bill will sit there with others. It won't be paid. I can guarantee you that. I think that is crazy. And something else y'all had mentioned was the SSI. What is SSI?
That's basically TANF, okay?
Oh, that's TANF too?
It's basically where you can get a check every month to help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that in reality, nobody gets it better. Like, it doesn't matter if you got kids. It's a struggle for people either way, but certain things,
it's all about
like EBT will help you if you got a kid or two.
Yeah.
But even if you got a kid or two and you got a certain income, then you can't get it.
Yeah, so your income controls a lot of assistance that you're able to get. Certain assistance are easier to obtain with children because they are your dependent. But that only affects your income. That's why.
Right.
Because they take up a bulk of, they give you credit for a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? For your kids, so you got something to take care of. Your money is going into something else other than just yourself and taking care of yourself.
Right.
So it is safe to say kids can affect your income, which affects the different versions and different assistance that you can get. And now, I don't know about everywhere else, but Columbia, South Carolina, Richmond County, okay? Because you got different counties. You got different counties. Right. But when it comes down to certain things, gotta verify your account.
That's interesting. I want to have kids, but you know, I'm in a relationship with a woman, so I'm just thinking for myself, like if I have a child, because when you do fertility, you don't have the right to put anybody on child support because they giving out sperm. So you don't have, you know, you pick your sperm donor, but you can't go put them on child support. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out like how would that work for me? You know, are y'all gonna help me? Because I don't have a father to put down because I went through fertility. So are y'all gonna help me?
they're still labeled as a dependent.
And this the thing about me now, because I had a friend like this. Now you can apply for EBT to where they won't give it to you, but it will be for your child. So you can go fill out an application and just put your child on it.
Oh, that's good. See,
learn something
right there.
Y'all
hear that now? Y'all can't get it, put your kids down and get your kids that money. I still ain't got no child to put down. That's sad.
God, baby, you just got a hard.
I just got it hard. I hope somebody in DSS see this and feel bad because if you don't, the next step is me telling me that I'm homeless like everybody else, and that's what I'm about to do. I don't got nowhere to stay. I'm staying in my car, and then they don't even care about that. And I think that's dumb because
they ask you.
Yeah, because they feel like a car is not a necessity. They feel like a phone is not a necessity. Your car insurance. So really, the only thing
they cap you at your utility with life.
Yeah, so really all they want to know is how much you paying in rent and I'm like, a car is a necessity because that's how I get there. So you tell me I need to walk or take the bus every day?
But my thing is, you asking me where my money is going, ask me, and if I can verify where my money is going,
then that's different. And
then
you tell me a phone not a necessity, but yeah,
how am I gonna communicate with you?
But yeah, I need a phone for you to set up the call.
Oh,
make it make sense. But the phone is not a necessity.
Why would somebody say that? But I need it for you to call me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You gotta call
so
me.
it got to add up. I think that the government need to do better. I think that I feel like EBT is something that unless you like,
I feel like all the
unless you
need it.
Yeah.
If an immigrant can come up here and give assistance, then y'all need to give the people who from here assistance.
Yeah, and they have it a little bit more easier, really.
Yeah.
And I guess
I think when it comes down to SNAP, everybody should be able to
get something.
Just how you do income base, you let it be.
Unless you in the tax bracket unless you're making like 3-4 figures, then no, it's probably not really hurting you. And then grocery market are high, but what's it really hurting you when you make that money? But you got to think about it on average, even if you make $20 an hour, that's still only what, like $38,000, $39,000 a year. That's nothing. Yeah. So you got to think about it. We still all consider low income poverty, no matter how you look at it. If your income ain't over $60,000-$70,000,
if you in the same tax bracket, we in the same area.
Right.
If you're out of my tax bracket, maybe you're out of my lane.
Right.
And I'm just saying,
and now I got to the point where my pay is important, but I got to the point where I would take a pay cut if I got a job that got a whole lot of benefits. Because I'd rather have help than to be making, I'm making money, but I'm still
gonna pay. It costs more than just pay out of pocket.
Exactly.
Having somebody that can cover.
Correct. Yeah. And I get it look good making $25 an hour, $30, but when you ain't got no help, it hurts when you got to go to the doctor and pay all that stuff out the pocket. And then like even now, urgent care, they're not going to see you without that copay.
Oh, you pay that before you start?
Yeah, they're not going to do that. And it was a point in time where they didn't used to do that. And then imagine if the hospitals do that now. Just imagine if the hospital do that to you. You gonna let me die? Or you gonna let me die?
The hospital will let you die. They're not even over.
But you know, it's like, and then you just, because really with the hospital, it's like charging to the game, but now they're getting to the point where your medical bills, they're going to start taking out your tax checks, but they don't start doing it, because I remember a year, the hospital got my taxes. They got my state taxes.
Well, the only hospital that can do that is Lexington.
Oh, yeah.
Lexington Medical
they're going to
is
take it
the only hospital that will hit your taxes.
Really?
No, Richmond will do it too because.
Well, they the only one that they must have updated them because Lexington, they don't touch your Fed. They touch your state.
Yeah, they touch your state.
So they might touch your Fed, but any Lexington, they're going to get theirs. Ain't somebody get it back in blood, baby. They gonna whatever you get for your state, they gonna take it. Just
remember that don't let you slide.
Y'all can take the state. Don't touch my work.
Coming up.
Yeah, principal gonna get their money because they connected in in so many
So many
places,
people, that's all I'm
and they
saying.
want to keep those people paid, and I get it, but that's why I said, like, the government really got to, that's why it's so important to vote for the right people in them chairs. Like, we ain't trying to say make it easier, but y'all is making it hard. Even older people with Medicare, they struggle with
easy or
stuff.
hard. It just need to make sense. I need somebody to be in the chair that got a plan and can see the pros and cons of every decision that we make. Which if you do this, it's gonna affect this and affect that. Or even if it affects that, you need to have some type of structure for when it do, we got this in place.
Right.
And I mean, because it is what it is, like a business, it's gonna run how it's supposed to run.
Right.
But everything is running smoothly if it's thought out and you got common sense at the head and it trickles on down and it'll show.
Right.
It'll show as long as you got the right person in there with a good mind and a good plan and you got people around you to help you execute your plan, we shouldn't have no problem. But the problem is we don't got nobody in the chair that got sense. And got people under them that got sense.
Exactly.
And want to make it make sense.
Right. That was definitely informative today.
Yes, it was actually really
That was really good. Because I feel like I learned a lot from y'all, and now I don't have to think. Now today I'm gonna leave thinking like I'm gonna still be jealous of you that in the house. But I also know for real that, you know, they don't got it better than me and that they're struggling because my sister got 2 kids and she ain't getting no assistance. And I know right now it's been a good time for her to get that EBT, then they giving out that extra.
I should report for discrimination because I got 2 kids and we just had that hurricane and y'all won't give us no stamps.
Yeah, so yeah, that kind of sucks. So y'all understand that. And before we leave off today, again, Sharanda works in healthcare, and I know you mentioned at one point in time that you were not just going to just up and quit your jobs, but you was branching off into your own personal business and getting some credentials in place to care for other people in their homes and just start your own type of
my own personal
thing.
business.
So y'all be on the lookout for that soon. We're gonna drop her Facebook in here. We will drop her business logo for that as well. Support a Black person that's doing good for herself. If you have family in need that needs assistance, the elderly or the youth, because she does 2 things. Get in contact with her for that. Get in contact with her about where she's working at. You might need your child or your loved one to be in that facility where she's at and caring for them and give them those needs. So we're gonna have all that information. And as always, we thank our guests for coming. And we wish nothing but blessings and success for you in your career and as you continue on into life. And y'all already know it's Adulting Boo Podcast. And we will see y'all next week. Bye.
Cut me down for